It happened a few years ago. I was a young guy who had just graduated from university. Returning home after an exciting date, I was excited and happy to meet a beautiful girl. Our first date had gone just fine, and I felt that I had left a favorable and vivid impression of myself. Thoughts of new perspectives and expectations from the second meeting filled my head, making my heart beat even faster. It seemed that the end of this day would not spoil anything. But I was wrong. The evening dinner in the company of my parents was filled with warm conversations and delicious food, creating a cozy atmosphere in our home. Afterwards, I decided to relax in front of the TV, absorbed by the variety of programs and shows that caught my attention. Around midnight, I went up to the second floor and entered a cozy room, enveloped in a quiet atmosphere and tranquility. Immersed in the virtual world of the internet, I spent some time immersed in various online games. Finally, tired and peaceful, I went to bed. In the night, through my sleep, I heard a slight rustling in the corner of the room. I raised my head and listened. Silence. I must have imagined it, I thought, and decided to go back to sleep. Just as I put my head back on the pillow, I heard rustling in the room again. I raised my head and peered into the dark room. As my eyes adjusted to the darkness, I saw a featureless white face, white hands, and the faint silhouette of a man of small stature. Fear gripped my body for a second. I lowered my head to the pillow, but then raised it again to see if it was a vision or not. The silhouette was moving. My mind was spinning with thoughts that it could be an illusion, a strange coincidence, or I was really facing something inexplicable and scary. My heart was pounding frantically, and goosebumps were running up and down my spine. I shouted loudly, "Who are you?" The silhouette froze in place. Apparently, my parents in the next room heard my loud shout, which alarmed them. My father was approaching the bedroom door with a shout. The silhouette slowly started moving towards the open window. In an instant, my father ran into my room, illuminating everything with a flashlight, and chased after the strange nocturnal visitor with a shout of "Stop!" Both of them, one after the other, jumped out of the second-floor window. Frightened for my father, without realizing it, I jumped out of bed, ran to the window and looked out. But there was no one there. Dad, meanwhile, had gone around the house and was standing in his underwear at the front door, waiting for me or Mom to open the door for him. Mom and I went downstairs and let him in. Thank goodness Dad wasn't badly hurt from the fall from the window. He only had minor abrasions and bruises. This frightening and mysterious silhouette turned out to be an ordinary burglar who had climbed into the house through the open window. We later discovered a ladder under the window that he had used to get into our house. As a result, I lost my purse, which was on the nightstand. It was it that made the rustling noise that woke me up as the intruder rummaged through it. My documents and $300 were there. Subsequently, all material valuables were returned, but my psychological state was not restored immediately. For a very long time I woke up at night and looked in horror at the corner of my room, from where a faceless silhouette looked at me. This story is a warning of how important it is to be cautious and alert, especially at night. Even in one's own home, a person can be in danger. After reflecting on the closing of the window that night, it becomes apparent that it was entirely possible to prevent a possible incident from developing.